G'day viewers, we are back at the Australian Netrunner National Championships. I'm joined by Andrew Roger as always. How you doing?
Good, thanks, Alex. Thanks for having me.
And I have a special guest from the Winning Agenda podcast, Brian Holland. How you doing?
Very well. Thanks for having me, guys.
No, it's great, great
Nice
to have you on board. We've got Wilfy.
This is Competitive Netrunner, and you are one of the guys.
Yeah.
The go-to podcast in Australia for Competitive Netrunner, really?
We like to think so, at least, but there's some debate.
This is a big match.
And it is so.
This is a big match. I believe Wilfy is on the bubble, I think.
Yep, yeah, this is... where is this in the bracket?
Third round.
Yeah, the winner of this goes to the upper bracket final. So, very important match. And we've got Daryl's from Brisbane and Wilfy's from Melbourne, so
on the right there.
Got a bit of state pride on the line.
Yeah.
Well, let's make it about state.
And I'm outnumbered here in the commentary booth.
Yeah, a bit squishy in the commentary booth today with the three of us jammed in, but
we won't be too statist.
No.
Well, I'm from Adelaide originally anyway, so I can.
I'm sorry, dude.
Neutral. That's what they always say in Melbourne, isn't it? I moved here and I can't get away from it.
Oh, it's good to see the handshake at the start of the match too. And Daryl's playing PE, which we were talking about. If you're a newer player to the game, maybe this is the first big tournament you've turned up against, you may not have even tested against this deck because it has not been around for a while.
Yeah, it sort of went into the closet, packed on the shelf for a bit, not really brought out. Became quite weak, I think.
Yeah, after the Cambridge list certainly gave it a big punt there for a while, but then it really dropped off.
Yeah.
I want to say around about the time Order and Chaos came out.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean...
did you guys do much testing? Brian, you would have tested with Wilfy, no doubt.
Yeah.
Test anything against PE at all?
No. Well, I mean, Wilfy did a lot of testing online and with other people at some stage. So he may have run into a PE deck, but...
Oh, there's a big card right there. Chairman
Hero.
6 to trash, so didn't quite have enough.
Not even going to have the option there.
2 free points.
But no, often our testing style is a gauntlet. So usually the decks in the gauntlet are decks that we're expecting to show up. So, and Daryl has got the title of, I suppose, or the privilege of playing a rogue deck, as old school Magic players would call it, I suppose. Yeah.
It's doing so well so far, the rogue deck. I spoke to Daryl before, during the day, and he didn't win a game by scoring out at all.
Really?
Yeah. So up until this point, this game here, he's flatlined everybody.
That's great.
So, he's been playing it for a fair while now. Yeah. He took it to the Queensland regionals, and he came second with that deck. Once again, flatlining his way all the way to the top.
Well, he's playing at the clot.
And basically, as a K player, and Alex as well, we haven't been allowed to take Deus Ex out of our K decks.
In your meta, at least.
The whole world's taking it out,
right.
and we had to put it back in. It was quite.
Back to 46 cards.
Yep.
So I'm not sure. Does anyone have Wilfy's? He took the Deus Ex out.
Yeah, he's not playing Deus Ex.
Yep.
He's basically hating it because, in his words, it doesn't do anything ever, or something like that. He's very black and white, and I think they're checking here now to find out whether or not Chairman Hero can be trashed while in archives for the purposes of the point.
Oh yeah, taking it. No, it can't.
No, I believe they had to call a judge, but
yes, fair enough.
Yeah, if Chairman Hero is trash while being archived, add him to the runner score area. Yeah, it's not really clear from the card. Fair enough.
Just whether or not you can pay the trash cost or something, because I mean it's the only card you'd ever want to pay the trash cost on if it's already in the bid.
I'm not sure. Yeah, things in the archives that they sort of count. They don't count as being in play or anything there.
Perfect example again of why something like the judge program would be great if anyone from FFG is listening. But yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, actually,
So yes,
also
the official answer was no.
the judge program also perhaps just slightly clearer written wording sometimes can really help.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people were maybe thinking a bit suspicious that Wilfy went straight for the Cyber Cipher on the face down R&D. I believe his strategy usually against PE decks is to where he can ignore the remotes and just focus on the centrals, because especially somewhere like R&D is where the PE player has least control over what's happening there.
And the beauty of that is you can catch the nasty traps before they become dangerous, which is great as well.
And there's Scorched in and a Kronos project, I think.
That is one of Alex's more key sort of agendas. If he can score that and catch, in our meta, catch that DSX. Called, Levy.
Anything, just snipe a few out there.
Even remove a clone chip or two, it's quite handy.
This is a lockdown on R&D.
That is a lockdown on HQ, yep.
Yeah.
The runner cannot draw cards for the remainder of the turn. It's a 5-strength code gate for people who don't see it very often.
If there ever was a card that was good enough excuse to go back to PA, lockdown is definitely it. We also saw the Motion Notion there with the very aggressive
great
damage advancement counters, little red skulls that Daryl decided to use. Well, he's lost a lucky find there, which is pretty gross.
Mind games of the death skulls.
Yes.
Yeah, great to get that Kronos project out of the hand.
Every key player, sighs with relief when that one goes past.
So, interestingly, Wilfy's now full memory, it looks like, and that takes Cortex Lock out of the game. So that's a real threat that's just completely nullified.
Yeah, solid save. Profiteering. All of the money. There it is.
So Daryl taking damage. Does he take all the bad pub? He likes to take the bad pub.
He likes 15 credits. I don't think he really cares about that pub too much. He's just happy.
He shouldn't. Which is the beauty of these weird sort of shell game decks. If they can afford not to care about the bad pub, then cards like Profiteering become very, very, very good.
Wilfy's game plan still aim at R&D. Do you think he'll ignore that triple advance asset out there?
It's about the
we assume
pressure.
It's an asset. Motion actually can do anything.
Well, Wilfy played a variant of the Cambridge list for quite a while that played the Future Perfect, so I mean he also may not want to be letting his opponent score a 5 for 3 very early. This is a June Bar, which is about as bad as he can get. But he did play, you'll notice he did play the
same old thing to draw up more cards.
Same old thing to draw up 5. Yeah,
excellent.
so he played around it. So,
well done.
And it was the worst case scenario.
In these cases, Daryl could just pick one for him to keep.
Yes, yeah, I remember remarking that when I was watching this game. Like, you could just roll one dice and. But, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he enjoys it.
I think he does. It's a griefing deck, really. Trying to play against it.
Yeah, it's not fun to play against if you don't have any ready sort of answers.
That's a Kitsune, I think, in hand for Daryl there.
Yeah.
And he's also got a snare in hand. So
Great
that
piece of
Kitsune could
ice.
put in work.
Yeah, it's going to demand sort of an Atman answer.
Or a Parasite.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But with the 3 bad pub, it's.
Daryl has a lot more money than we could see there. Okay.
Medical
all
research
stacked up.
fundraiser.
Yeah.
Funding the
I
things.
think he had about 40 odd credits there when we checked.
Yeah, Daryl's not afraid to give 3 credits to the runner.
Which is good. That's makes that card powerful. It's better than a hedge fund.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that danger sort of credits is always, 4 for that contested deck.
If you don't care how much money your opponent has, because you're not playing anything like an APD.
Yeah.
You're not hugely worried about them trashing your assets. Your ice is all fairly permissible.
He just wants to be able to get on snare money as quick as possible because, I mean, we do see a lot of siphon play up in Brisbane, and Daryl, this is one of the
Astrolabe, great
weaknesses.
card against it.
Yeah, triggers.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a while, I think we're trying to fit in a Christian grid against it.
I think that was the Kitsune on HQ.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It's not sure if Daryl's holding any agendas or if he's just trying to, do the old, I'll ice up this.
Advertise, yeah.
Come in, I must want to protect it. It means there's agendas in here. Yeah.
There's no snares in my hand.
I think he's got enough to pay for about 40 snares as well.
Yeah, he's quite good at that in the way that sometimes he won't ice his hand if he knows that will help you come in, or sometimes he will ice his hand, depending on the runner's style. He's got a good read on that sometimes.
So no res on that first piece of ice. So I'm going to assume it's maybe a quandary or something not worth his time, seeing he's got so much money he could res whatever he wanted. Gilligan's off the top. That's the levy.
Wow. So
you'd be happy to see that. And Wilfy's only playing one same old thing, which you already used to play quality time.
Okay.
So there's a bit of a hard clock on Wilfy because the hand just becomes life points now.
Yeah. Especially it makes those cards like Diesel good, but only if you can still win relatively quickly. Wilfy's only on 2 points, so he's gonna. That's the Itchy. It's curious as to why Daryl didn't res it last time. Maybe Wilfy still had the clicks.
Oh yeah, would have had enough to click through.
Yeah, this looks pretty gross. Yeah.
It's gonna land.
Cortex looks back. Back on. Baby. Almost has enough to trace him for brain damage as well. Oh dear. Yep. And attack.
Where did that net damage come from?
That was brain damage from Itchy, I think.
Yeah. Here comes Scorched.
Yep. So Itchy does a brain and attack. Not trace, yeah.
Does Daryl have his Scorched?
He did resent the Scorched, so use it.
And neural Olympic.
He might try and draw for it. He was just going for it, which is interesting. No, he didn't have the kill in hand. I suppose there's something to be said for keeping the runners, like dwindling their resources a little bit.
Yeah. Especially if that's an agenda he just plonked out into the remote. Hearing the tag. Oh, this is a tough game to battle against, though. Jeez.
He's going in still advance on a Ronin, I think that was.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, well, if he's in a tough position there, whether to let those agendas sneak past down the remotes or go check everything. And yeah, it looks like...
Yeah, you can watch these games and there's no way of knowing what's the best line. That's the toughest thing, right? Wilfy checks
Wilfy's checking the remote. It's a shattered remains. That's okay.
It's not as bad as if it was, say, an overrider.
No, it's still pretty unfortunate.
Yeah.
The fact that
I think that's in there to take out the flash crates.
Yeah, it would be. Daryl's layered those bioroids quite nicely, but Wilfy's got out the sharpshooter so he can get into R&D at least once without worrying about the Ichi. That's a Mushin.
And advance.
And an advance. So maybe...
Evil number 4.
I think Wilfy would probably be worried that's a Ronin, because if it is, Spain could,
If you're guessing it's
Eventually
a
kill
Ronin,
him.
yeah, you have to check it so you don't die. But
Yeah.
if you're guessing it's a June bug, you cannot check it because you die.
You can, because you can, yeah. So he goes check it. It is a Ronin.
Yeah, good, well picked.
If he trashes it, because he does have quite a few bad pop there. Gains credits and lucky find.
Yeah, I almost wonder if Lucky Find's worth it at this point. You know, just another card from your hand that is your life.
Yeah.
Sneaking past.
As a future perfect, wouldn't he like to get his hands on that?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be huge.
A fetal AI in hand as well there, I think.
So agenda's piling up.
The game's still winnable.
Yeah. Especially there's only that lockdown, the face down ice. Although Wilfy did lose his barrier breaker.
Oh, yeah, Eli. A pain without Lady.
Yeah.
Beautiful answer to it.
I often find myself going the old Upman 4 against Daryl. Can be a decent play.
I think Liz still does play one Atman.
Yeah.
But Atman at 4 for a while there, about 6 months ago, was a hosing to a lot of Corp decks.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of cards chucked and almost definitely an agenda.
He's got the Jackson out here, so Wilfy's going to check the archives, force the exile. And shuffling in a Scorched and 2 face downs by the looks.
Yeah. Future perfect, surely.
Oh, he's leaving one face down. Taking the Junebug, a Scorched, and a face down card. Oh, you just decided to show Wilfy that was a future perfect. Come at me, bro.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Fearless. Yeah, I think the nerves maybe. Just a brain freeze. Yeah, just flip it over.
The Astrolab's back.
Free draw. You're basically guaranteed a free draw against this sort of view. Yeah.
Slam that agenda straight on.
Daryl could just keep installing and
I was just going to
Wilfy
say,
out.
you might have hated at this point being able to build Wilfy out.
Got a brain damage. That would actually hurt. Being forced.
So clone chips down, runs the remote.
Here we go.
Cortex.
Which doesn't. No, I have fires for 1. Okay.
5 does.
Well, one net's one net. You know.
But Wilfy can just install a program that he's going to get anyway off the clone chip. So he might just get his lady back anyway and then not take
the
anything.
beauty of this, he can use his bad pub to install lady,
which
is ideal.
Downside of all that stuff. But I don't think Daryl regrets having 15 credits for a second.
No. No. Okay, and he's going to snuff out that Maker's Eye, which Wilfy's probably not going to play.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Only in desperation.
Yes. Credit.
Yeah, the horrible thing is, despite the agenda density increasing, the snare density increases as well, which is
Yeah.
double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's good to be watching a game that's not New Earth Hub, Near Earth Hub, sorry. We've watched a few of those videos. Certainly well represented in the top 16.
The deck is still very powerful.
Yeah. I'll be curious to see if it makes sort of any comeback as a result.
Yeah. Okay, here comes the Kitsune from HQ. Wilfy has to read the card.
Kitsune, for people who don't see it too often, it lets Daryl choose which card
It's a trap.
accesses. Yeah, and it's a trap.
So he's gonna give him the snare. So Wilfy takes the snare. And this is his first click, I believe. Another example of when Daryl could have just told him that case. Yeah.
He's doing it his way.
And Wilfy's going to take a tag off that as well.
And then Kitsune gets trashed.
Yeah, it's a one-of in the deck.
So Wilfy's
And Wilfy
tagged, but
he decides to draw up rather than to draw and clear the tag.
I kind of feel like he might have not realised he was tagged until after he drew up. Might have just been a bit of fatigue.
I think he was okay. He knew he had to bid on his opponent having double scorch, and a scorch neural. So there's a handshake.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. I believe then we had a moment of deliberation over whether or not there was a successful run.
Yeah, just the wording on Neural EMP. Does it need a successful run or just any
it's
run?
Just a run,
so,
which was made. Yeah.
So yeah, having a quick check, but
yeah, it's all good. But Wilfy had already packed up his cards and conceded. Another great example of why concessions are also a necessity.
Yeah, I mean, you got to play against Daryl. I would have had enough of playing for the day as well. So, that deck, man.
Yeah. So that's what knocks Wilfy down into the losers bracket, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. So Daryl will just move on to the finals, the true finals.
Yep.
Exciting.
Yeah. So he will have the double chance, and Wilfy still in it, and we'll have more. So thanks for joining us. Thanks, Andrew, and thanks very much for joining us, Brian.
No problem.
Yeah, thanks again, Brian. Yeah, cheers.
So,
cheers, appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. So it's
Cheers. Bye.
Yeah, catch you later, guys.
See you guys.